We need to talk.
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 Welcome back to We Need to Talk, episode number 46. I'm host Mr. KOA alongside
Top Boy.
And yes, it's been a while. Quite some time. But give us a break, guys. Give us a break. We bust our ass off for over a year straight.
I'm not apologizing.
I can apologize for how you feel. Like, you know those?
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry I made you feel this way.
I'm sorry for how you feel.
I'm not apologizing for the hiatus because we are working, man. We are doing everything we can to make a name for ourselves out here and just grow and excel every day. And I'm busier now than I've ever been in my entire life. Yeah. And I quit my job for this reason. And I caught myself complaining sometimes, and I'm like, you want this. Like, yeah, what is the alternative? Yeah. I'm not going back to a desk. Yeah. So it's not even stress. Like, it's good stress. It's just like this is, some people beg to be this busy. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I'm taking it as a blessing. It's just super exciting for me. But I think we just have to reschedule our timing better because I don't know about you, but I didn't expect to be as busy as I'm like. Yeah. We're just like, the way we phrased this and the way we thought about this when we first started the podcast was like, okay, yeah, our lives will go on and we'll record and everything will be fine and we'll have their day. But like, man, like,
it's been crazy. I'll be honest. Like, the thing that's taking up most of my time is any type of video work that I have to do. Yeah. Like, shooting is one thing, but it's when you sit down and edit. Because now it's like a different type of edit that you're doing. Yeah. Most of the edits I was doing before, they were either just for fun or they're for me. But now I'm like, okay, now I got to edit for like an actual client. Right. But at the end of the day, my name is still attached to this thing.
Do you want to do well?
So I wanted to do well regardless, even if I don't get the public recognition. But it's like, fuck, like, that's what takes up most of my time. Sitting in front of my computer, just editing. And I was like, this is taking up a lot of time. So yeah, we got to figure out a way to, like, you know, schedule our time better. But that'll happen. We'll figure that out.
It's ours, so we'll figure it out. We have to figure it out. I think our first shift was to start recording on Mondays again, which we initially did when we first started. Moved to Tuesdays, where I'll make the posts Ask WNTTs on Tuesdays. Now that we moved back to Mondays, the Ask WNTT Wednesdays. Sorry, WNTT Wednesdays will remain on Wednesday, of course. Or maybe you might move this to Tuesday.
I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know. We'll see. But questions will now be posted on Mondays, every Monday. You guys can drop your questions and we'll spark some convo. Yeah, there's been what's happened since the last episode we gave. Last episode we gave you was a recap of our live show, which again, thank you guys so much for that. For those who were watching our story a couple days ago, I made a brief note that we will have a second live show coming at the end of June, tentatively the 29th. But we will have a second live show, and then we're hoping to have, not even hoping, we're going to do this. We're going to have a party in the summer, whether late July, mid-July. Yeah. That won't be a live show. It'll just be like time for you guys to kick it, bring a friend, party, food. And I made a post when I made a post about my Nike shoot this week. I made a bet for $100 to race any man in a sprint. So we're going to have a big fucking race at that event as well. Just maybe put Top Boy had the idea to put everyone's money in the pot. Winner takes all. Cool. Have some fun. Have some laughs and just chill. Someone tagged Olympians in my post. If you are an Olympian or a former Olympian,
if you're a professional, is this what you do for? This is what you do for a living or have done for a living, not racing. You're not allowed to come in the race.
I don't want to hear it. That's like a man. That's like me saying I'm good at basketball, very good at basketball, and that's like me saying I'll beat any man 1-on-1, and a man that knows LeBron James tagged LeBron. What? Okay, any man that doesn't do this for a living.
A living. Like, as soon as I saw the Olympian get tagged, I'm like, stop this. I was like, you guys are wild.
Enough. Then a man told me he wants to tag fucking Andre. Come on. No.
Leave him out of this. Leave him out of this.
The man that's running with Bolt is not coming in this race.
Yo, if you really put it like that, that's exactly what's going on.
No. A man that runs close to Bolt is not joining this race. No, it's not happening. Yeah. Sorry.
No, thank you.
No. And come on, you don't want to slip and cut your knee in this stupid race. Like, Why would you want to? But yeah, and other than that, before you get into our questions, Kanye West.
Oh, you want to talk about this?
Do I want to talk about him? Like,
here's the thing. I think if we talk about it, some people might get mad at some of the opinions that I have.
I don't care about who's mad. It's like, I love Kanye, man. I love Kanye. Lyrical genius, fashion genius, fine. But I'll never call him a political genius or tell him that he has any type of common sense or any restraint. He is an artist, and that is it. And that is the only place I will put him in a hiatus or a pedestal. Only in the art form.
Okay, here's my thing. This whole, this is going to relate back to our podcast, right? But this whole situation has taught me that we live in a time now where people are so quick to cancel you, right? Like, they're so quick.
Yeah.
To the point where I don't think people are even really listening just as much as Kanye isn't sometimes listening to himself when he says things.
Yeah.
So, just like you, I am a massive Kanye fan. This whole situation, quite frankly, if I'm being honest, is not going to change that.
No.
And it's hilarious because hilarious because I see people acting some type of way where it's like, if I say that, they're like, they must think something's wrong with me. And I'm like, no, because I'm not fickle. Like, I don't follow
work.
Okay.
Like,
so here's my thing, right? Let me just put it to you like this. Kanye is and never will be someone that can properly express himself in a live setting. That's how it's been.
He's been that way.
He's been that way since day one. Now, my issue with like this whole situation is, yes, he definitely has said some problematic things. He said some things where he's backtrack. Okay, so I actually had a convo with Chris about this. Yeah. There's a difference between backtracking and clarifying. Right.
Yes.
Like, backtracking implies that like you are now changing your opinion. It's completely different. Clarifying means that like, okay, I have to literally like.
I'm still standing by this point, but let me explain exactly.
So this was my issue, right? Yeah. Like, it's no coincidence that when that TMZ thing happened, TMZ themselves did not post like the full interaction with Van Lathan till the next day, where like, Kanye,
they wanted an excerpt,
where he like went up to Van, he apologized, and he continued the dialogue. Marlon brought up a point where he was basically saying that we live based on the day and age we live in. When you say something like as like problematic as that, for a lot of people, it doesn't matter if you clarify, because that's all they're going to hear.
They caught it already.
They're going to hear. But my issue is that it's like, okay, he said something, like, because he can't properly express himself, he said something in the moment that could easily have been taken the wrong way, which it was.
Slavery stuff?
Yeah. Yeah, of course. Even though if you were listening,
what he's trying to say.
What he's trying to say, but it was said in
a very, like, what the fuck? Like, you're already...
It was said in a terrible way, right? Like, I'm not saying it wasn't right or whatever, but it was said in a terrible way. But what bothers me is maybe like an hour after that interview, he goes back on Twitter, which is where like everything started, and he clarifies what he said. He's like, he literally said word for word, obviously, I know that slaves
was not a choice.
Slavery was like, them being shackled was not a choice.
He didn't want to do that.
But then he clarifies by quoting, I don't know, Harriet Tubman, who literally said, I freed 1,000 slaves, but I could have freed more if they knew that they were slaves. Yeah. Right? And like, it just bothers me that even if you still don't agree with that, which is totally fine, what time are we living in where someone literally cannot even clarify themselves?
Yeah. Like, oh, no, that's how you said. No, that's how you said at first. It's like, okay. Okay.
It's so fresh. It's so frustrating.
You know what it reminds me of? Which drives me so nuts. Oh, when you're talking to a girl and they tell you, and you say something to them.
Oh my God, I know you're going.
And they follow up with, so you're basically saying, no, just let me explain. No, so you're basically saying that I'm lying. No, I'm not saying you're lying. I'm saying what you said at first is not what you're saying right now. So basically, you don't believe me. Can we start over? Can we just start over from the start? You said this. I took it this way. It was incorrect. So basically, you're saying I'm telling you, I'm lying to you then.
Yeah.
So I'm a liar. So you hate me. So you want to break up?
It's so it's so aggravating, bro. Because look, I like being a Kanye fan.
Yeah.
Is.
Take it with a grain of salt.
It's probably one of the hardest things ever to be in life, because when you tell someone you're
so you support that?
Yeah, when you tell someone you're when you tell someone you're a Ye fan, they look at you sideways.
Oh, so you like Trump?
Oh my god.
No, I don't like Trump.
And then even then, okay, even with this Trump thing, right? Like, I'm getting heated because no one's listening. Right?
No.
Like, even with this Trump thing, he has said multiple times, he's like,
I don't agree with the things that he's
but then he explains why he does fuck with Trump.
Only because of the independence thing. Only because he's breaking barriers. Only because he's doing things that haven't been done before. And he's like I assimilate with this only. I only assimilate with the fact. I only assimilate with the fact that Trump has done something that has. I don't care how bad a person he is.
Yeah,
he's bad. I agree. But what I connect on him with is we're free. We speak our mind. We've done things no one ever done. That's all,
bro.
But what he's doing to other people, that is wrong.
He's literally.
I agree.
He literally said,
oh, but you like Trump? Oh my god.
It's annoying. It's annoying because forget how you feel. Like forget how you feel, Ryan, about Trump. It's like, if you can, for whatever reason, put yourself in Ye's shoes and say, all right, why does Ye like Trump? Then it makes sense, because this has been a guy who, from the beginning,
he's radical.
He's been like the guy that goes against the grain, like pink polo shirt in the rap days. That was him.
Yeah.
So when he announced, like, at the award show, he's like, in 2020, I'm gonna run for president, and everyone laughed, and everyone was like, okay, Kanye, like, chill. So Kanye, like,
he's like, you just elected Donald Trump, so why can't I?
He's like, that's
literally him saying
that inspired.
You laughed at me,
yeah,
but this guy is in office.
No, it's just whack, because like I'm tired of like everyone getting so up in arms about this shit, to the point where it's like they're trying to make me feel like I can't be a Ye fan, or I have to disagree with it. And yeah, I do. Like, there are plenty of things I disagree with, but at the same time, like, I'm not gonna sit there and blindly get mad at someone and like not listen, like not take in what's going on.
Like, and the before you finish with this, like the main thing about this type of situation is that people forget that, and we can go down a slippery slope with this, but like, do people? I don't want to touch dead people, but Michael Jackson is one of the greatest people to ever live. Yeah, the most talented person to ever live, who ever lived when he did. But everyone knew about these allegations about child molestation and these allegations of whatever else he was doing with kids and whatever his personal life was. Yeah. But you still fucked with him. You still liked his music. You still went to a show. You like. Yeah. Oh, but so do you like that he does that with kids? Yeah. No, absolutely not.
Because there was something he literally did.
Yeah, like do you like child molestation? Absolutely not. But he's definitely an amazing artist. Yeah. Same thing with Chris Brown. Do you like that he punched you out? No, I don't. Yeah. But I'm not gonna stop listening to his music.
The reason when Chris Brown posted that thing? What? Chris Brown literally posted some shit.
Oh, and he's saying like he needs the help I need or something. I'm like, that you guys think I need? Stop it! Stop it!
Out of here, Chris Brown.
Yeah, but like, but that's stuff like that. Like, for every other situation in this world, people have been able to separate art from personal. But when it comes to Kanye, it's like, this is him, and his music's all like.
Best example, R. Kelly. Everyone talks about R. Kelly, but as soon as Step in the Name of Love comes on, everyone's dancing.
You're dancing.
Everyone's dancing.
No one's talking about peeing, nothing. No one cares about any of that anymore. For those 4 or 5 minutes, no one cares.
Oh my God.
No one cares.
It's true.
Then when it's off, you're like, oh yeah, I used to do that. But in those moments, it's like, now people are like, it's just because. You know what it is? No, it's this world's so,
it's soft. Like we live in like this social justice warrior age right now, where
everyone just wants to rally.
Look, people.
Oh, you don't like Trump? Me neither.
So many people are fake woke. So many people just want to hear.
I saw your post when you were talking about.
So many people just want to be heard without actually saying anything of substance. So like with this Ye thing, like I understand the actual. I say opposition because like I'm on the other side of it, but I understand the discussion where someone's like, listen, like by someone like Kanye who has a lot of influence saying, you know, he fucks with Trump, he's basically, because Trump is a dude who literally does not have the best interest in mind for a lot of poor people, right? A lot, not even just poor,
colored, yeah.
Like he does not have the best interest inside.
Yeah,
and it's like I would understand why someone would have an issue with Kanye saying like I support him, but the reason where that argument falls off for me is because Kanye himself has said like I don't support the things like he's pushing. Like the reason I support him is because I was like, I'm a radical. Like I always go against everything. And you have this guy come in that does whatever he wants. Yeah. And it's like,
that is motivating me.
He literally said, if I was to run for presidency, I would run a Trump type campaign, but with Bernie Sanders. Like, yeah. So it's like, what more do you want? Like, he's telling you exactly what is on his mind. And the thing that upsets me is you got all these people like drawing other celebrities being like, you know, this is who he should be more like, or blah, 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 blah. And it's like, I'm sorry. Like a lot of these celebrities low key are fine with Trump being president because of this.
And not saying nothing.
And not saying nothing.
They're still making money. So
Dave Chappelle
doesn't affect me,
bro. Dave Chappelle said it best. Dave Chappelle said on his thing, on one of his stand-ups, you know, he was at some comedy show, like, and it was in like a poor, like white area, and all these people were like, you know, like Donald Trump's gonna get like all you black people out of here, all these Mexicans, and Dave looked at them and they were just like, yo, Trump is for people like me.
Yeah, he's not you,
rich because I'm rich. I'm rich.
He's like, I'm fine.
I'm fine. So it's like
it's a poor black guy that's losing.
Yeah, he's losing, but I'm fine because I got money and like everything he's doing is like just kind of helping my pockets. At the end of the day, I might not like Trump, but it's like
I'm getting richer right now
because of him. You know, and it's like all these people it's just annoying. Like the social justice warrior movement bothers me a lot, and it's like
I mean, we can go on forever. It's just. At the end of the day, it's like
we're kind of proving his point. Everyone's proving his point.
Who's
Kanye's point?
Oh yeah,
about the group think, like blah blah blah. Like man, like
this is exactly like before we go on. This is exactly why, like, we can all agree that Kanye's delivery is absolutely absurd. Like he cannot deliver messages.
Yes, I cannot.
But we've known this from Taylor Swift, from all his rampant like. George Bush, all that stuff. Like, he just says stuff.
Yeah.
Which we've accepted. And that's just him.
This is what he does.
So, what I've learned as a fan of his is I listen to everything he's saying.
Yeah.
And if you actually listen, like, what happens, he'll say something radical, and people will write him off and they stop listening. But if you can just, okay, you know, that's wild, Kanye, but I'm still listening. Like, if you can do that and be like, that was a wild statement, but I'm still listening.
Yeah.
He does say stuff that makes sense after. Like, he might say something wild, you're like, wow, that was wild. But, okay, what else are you saying?
Yeah.
We're marginalized. We're this. He's like, this is not a choice. Okay, slavery is not a choice, but he's like, everyone's controlled by, you know, the government and this, and everyone feels like they can't do certain things. And if he's saying love conquers all, like, maybe it's a little fairy tale to say that.
Thank you.
But,
oh, man.
But, he's right. Like, it's fair, like, in a fairy tale world, just love everyone. But, if we did, okay.
Bro,
like,
I know what
I'm saying?
I get so upset about this, because I'm like, okay, that's exactly what people are doing. They hear something wild, and they're like, I'm shut off.
Yeah.
But it's like, they hear Kanye say some wild shit, and they immediately turn off.
Yeah.
But it's like, I ask everyone, when they, like, decide to bring this shit up, I'm like, do you even know like what Kanye's base message is here? Like what he's been saying from the moment he came back onto Twitter, and they're like, "No, I don't care. Like I don't know." And I'm like, his literal message is love everyone. Like I'm tired of like hating everyone. Like love everyone.
Yeah.
And you have a problem with that? Like I understand. Like I understand it is fully fairy tale because I think that's kind of naive. Based on the world that we live in, like it doesn't exist. Like as much as I love everyone, not everyone's gonna love me back. But this is a dude who clearly is going through shit. Right? He's been through shit.
In a different reality.
He's in a different world right now. But it's like the message that he's trying to tell people is like,
is positive.
Like I'm tired of hating everyone. He fully said to Van Lathan, he's like, let me just try this. Like, cause you know, I'm tired of like hate, fuck you. But like, let me just try love this guy and
clearly
talk to him.
Nothing else is working. What do I lose from loving?
Kanye literally does not give a fuck if everyone hates him. in order for him to do what he needs to do. Like, he doesn't hate him.
No.
And I rate that. Like, that was it.
Like, Kanye is, as it's going to sound crazy, but Kanye is the closest thing to godly as a person as any of us. Like, he actually lives in a reality in his mind that he believes, like, the fairy tale of just love one another, and like even though it doesn't exist in this earth,
literally doesn't exist.
He literally is living like that in his own brain. Yeah, which I wish I could. Like, because if someone pisses you off, that's it for you. Yeah. Like, you're like, I'm not talking to this guy anymore. Yeah, he literally has the ability to, as much as right now, even though no one wants to admit it, the world hates Trump. Yeah, right. Yeah, hates Trump, which hate is a sin in itself. You're not supposed to hate. Yeah. Like, you're not supposed to hate a person, no matter no matter what they're doing, murders, whatever. They always say, like, as hard as that would be if someone killed your family, like, you're supposed to forgive them, even though that you're like, the fuck, I'm not, because most people have some sort of emotion, but you're technically supposed to be like, you know what, I forgive you. I'm not happy with what you did to my family, but I forgive you. You know as
why
a
they
human being.
To do that? Because it takes more energy to
be angry every day. So every time I look at a murderer, I'd be like, I fucking hate this guy. Like, for me to one day be like, you know what, you did this, but I'm not mad at you. I'm not letting that fester in me anymore. Yeah. So what he's really doing right now is being a prime example. He's like, listen, you guys, why do you, like, as much as we have reason to, he's like, why do you guys hate Trump so much? Yeah. Like, that's what he's saying. Like, I know it sounds absurd, but that's what he's saying. He's like, you guys are hating Trump. And we were like, yeah, but look what he stands for, blah, blah. Yeah, but he's just a human. Yeah. Like, he's just a human. Yeah. He is just a human. Yeah. And crazy ideas, crazy concepts, yes. But he's just a human like you that just is in the position that he's always wanted. Like,
and this is why, like, you know, it's tough because I'm sure anyone listening or watching this is going to think
we're Trump supporters
or we're hella biased because we're massive Kanye fans. But it's like, based on the type of people that we are, like, I've always grown up my life trying my best to, you know, understand other people's perspectives. So Kanye is like in a very fortunate position where he can afford to like literally say these type of things as opposed to, you know,
that's the exact point Van Lathan said. Yeah, he's like, your reality's not mine. Yeah, I'm not rich and famous.
Kanye can afford to say those things, right? Because, you know, a lot of people who are poor, like they're directly affected by Trump in ways that they cannot recover from. Right? So I fully understand that. But I think for Kanye, like, it's not that he doesn't know that, but it's just he doesn't deal with that on a daily basis. Right. And I can't remember who I heard say it, but it's like, you can't expect your celebrity, like your favorite celebrity or whatever it is, to basically understand what it's like for the average Joe Schmo. Because when they get to a certain level, they remove themselves from that life. And
validly.
I don't blame them for doing that whatsoever. Right. I think the larger issue is, you know, and this kind of relates to other relationship shit that we talked about before, but it's like people, especially in America, like expect way too much of celebrities. Like way too much. It's kind of like a sickness, bro. It is. Like, I heard someone say like what Kanye is saying is dangerous because it could affect, like, you know, all these like younger generation kids, whatever. And I tend to disagree because I think the people that are most affected by the type of shit that Kanye is saying is people like you and me who have been listening to, like, I did the math. Like, I've been listening to Kanye since I was 10 years old. Yeah. That's a long time. That's almost 20 years.
Half your life. More than half.
More than half my life. Yeah. More than half my life. So this dude has like he has shaped who I am today. Like, I'm not afraid to admit that. Like, one of the best things I ever heard was him say, you know, if you're a fan, he's like, my fans aren't fans of me. Like, they're fans of themselves. And it's because, like, that's what he was doing a lot in his music because he's so braggadocious. He's like, you're a fan of me. You're a fan of me. You're a fan of yourself.
Like, you're the man. You are the man.
He's like, and I'm like, yo, if that was the case, I wouldn't have done this freelance shit. There's a lot of things I would not have done if it wasn't for Kanye. But because of the things that I've learned from him, it has allowed me to still criticize him. Rightfully so, right? As you should. with everyone. Like, you shouldn't blindly follow people or like blindly just be like, I'm gonna hate him because everyone else is good too. You know what I mean? And it's like, this whole situation is just crazy to me because I'm like looking at how people react to certain things, and I'm like, you guys expect way too much of celebrities, way too much.
It just goes down to even stuff like relationships, like Tristan Thompson.
Oh my God! Oh, we didn't talk about this. Yeah,
we talked. There's so much just happened in the last. Listen, we're just gonna go on whatever we missed in the last 100 days, guys. Like, Tristan Thompson literally is a Brampton kid who got good at basketball and is now in the NBA. That is the basics of it. He is a kid.
The bare minimum.
The bare minimum is a kid from Brampton, Ontario, that got very tall, very good at basketball, and got drafted to NBA. Right?
Yeah.
So why are you slandering him like he's a god? Oh, you cheated on Chloe? Man's cheat every day. And you give a man from Brampton Chloe and money and the Kardashian home and LeBron James and what?
I don't know why
he's gonna crumble. He's like he's going to crumble.
I don't know why.
It's a little Brampton youth who's made it.
He's how old is he?
I think he's 2 years younger than me. Yeah, 25 at least. Yeah. 25, 26, whatever.
I'm older than him. Like, the thing that upsets me is like people are up here again,
ripping him like that.
Like, you know what? Look, this is how I'm gonna go about it. We're definitely not saying that what Tristan did is okay.
Not right.
I have to say this because there's some people that might take it wrong.
Right.
We're not saying that. But what I'm saying is this. Yeah, like,
but there's the comment like they're hating the guy. Like,
first of all, some of you need to start acting so surprised because as harsh as this is gonna sound, people, like the moment Jay-Z cheated on Beyonce,
no woman safe.
Everyone needed to understand that, like, yo, if she can get cheated on, everyone can get cheated on. As savage as that sounds, everyone.
Because I know as long as I thought in my life was Jay-Z never cheated on Beyonce. Like, I literally believe that. Like, Pinnacle. I genuinely believed. I'm like, you know what? Jay-Z got Beyonce. He's being safe for sure. Because if he loses that, like every man just thought, if he loses that, that's a wrap. Like that's you just assume that. So
it's
like
over for you.
Oh, you lose Beyonce, you're an idiot. Oh. You're this. Jay-Z's probably super clean. Like not do it. Any man will cheat on any woman.
Next,
clearly.
The next thing is like, okay. The thing that I get on Tristan for, or I was getting on him for, was the fact that he was so brazen about it.
Oh, just fucking sloppy.
Like that's what upset me more. Like
you're not sure.
As a man, like the way that I react to these situations is very different than women. Right?
Yeah,
like
of course.
At the end of the day, we know cheating is cheating and it's wrong. Like you just don't do it.
But if you're gonna do it, come on.
If you're an athlete, if you're a professional basketball player of all the sports in the world, I think probably being a basketball player and being a professional soccer player are the two where it's like
way too many people know you.
Way too many people know you, and it's like it is very easy to get got. Super easy. So it's like when I saw that what Tristan was doing, I was like, all right, you deserve to get caught.
You're not in your car. You're not in your own hotel. You deserve
to get caught. You deserve to get caught. Like I know he's young. I know he's a Brampton Ute and all this type of stuff. But it's like, bro, come on. Like, I saw the footage. It's like, come on, bro.
It's literally clear
as day.
Just
the camera. I may as well have been like this.
Yeah, it's just like, is this what you're doing?
I may as well have been there.
Yo, you know you're with Chloe, right? So you're just gonna keep going. You're just gonna,
holy,
just gonna put your head in girls' titties right here.
Come
right
on.
here, head and titties right here. Like,
bro, like no sense of decent, like nothing.
Then walk out in the street like it's nothing. Kiss, make it like. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Like I'm an average dude living in Toronto right now. Average dude, Mississauga. Average dude. And when I've seen men that I know dudes like move in a way they're not supposed to, even I am like, yo, what are you doing? And they're not famous. They're not famous.
They're
regular schmegular guys. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, you can't be moving like this. What's wrong with you? But then oh my God, it's just so upsetting. I get so mad at professional athletes. We talked about this so many times before, which is like when you become a professional athlete, you just
can't do things.
There are just things you need. There are things you cannot do anymore. And you know what? Like if I was just tomorrow a professional athlete, one of the things I am doing is literally hiring. I'm literally gonna pay a guy in my crew
to take care of me,
to literally like
handle me.
Make sure nothing ever happens.
Yes. I can't slip.
I don't think the women in particular listening to this are fully understanding where we're trying to come from. It's not because, you know, like right now I have a strong will, you know, like I have a girlfriend. I know that in order for me to cheat, it's gonna take a lot.
You have to go out of your way.
I have to go out of my way to cheat on Jamie. Like it would mean like I have to like set something up. Like I have to go out of my way.
Like, very actively do this.
When
you're a celebrity, it's literally tossed daily at you.
Things are coming at you, and people might say, "Well, you're not strong enough to blah blah blah."
Stop it.
Sure, say that all you want.
Stop it.
But the moment, like you cannot account for every situation possible that happens when you're a celebrity, bro. One of my boys.
Did they release if you was drunk or not that day?
I don't know, but it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter in the big picture. But if you toss liquor into that, he's gone.
You're gone.
He's gone,
bro.
You toss liquor into that, he's just having fun. He's like, oh yeah, like
bro,
he's gone. Finished.
Prime example. One of my boys, he was telling me he went to Vegas like last year, right? And basically, when I was in college, I could have gone. Me and my rugby team were gonna go to Vegas for like a tournament, right? It didn't happen that year. Yeah. They went the year before, and I remember my captain. He was telling me, "Bro, it is so easy to go down the rabbit hole in Vegas just because of all the lights, temptation, like noise, just everywhere." Yeah. And you know, because you know that when you went to, you told a story about going to Miami. You got a cousin who was a bouncer, right? And it's like, if you're not somebody, if your cousin didn't work there.
My friend's cousin,
your friend's cousin. What are the chances of you getting into a place event? Exactly.
You have to know somebody.
You have to know somebody, or
be somebody.
Be somebody, or unless you got a lot of money, like a lot.
Sometimes they don't even care about money.
Yeah, so that's true. That's true. So my boy tells me the story. Goes to some fucking club or bar, and basically they're loaded and they get bottles, right? And part of the package for buying these bottles that they did not know, they buy the bottles. Next thing they know,
somebody comes with girls.
Yeah, next thing they know, like 4 or 5 girls come to the booth, right? They're not like girls owned by the club or whatever it is that work for the club. No, they're not escorts. They're girls that they pick from the line outside that are waiting, right? They're still like,
you guys come with this package.
They're still bad girls, but like they're girls that they just bring in. Yeah. Now, that is so problematic because it's like, okay, first of all, from the girl's perspective, do they feel obligated to now stay? Yeah. Like, do they, like, I don't know what the dynamic.
You paid for us, kind of. So
yeah, I don't know the dynamic because they're getting in for free, but they didn't pay for anything. But technically, you did when you bought the bottles. But like, guys don't know this. Yeah. But next thing you know, you just have girls in your booth.
You're like, okay.
And like, now everyone is drinking all this free liquor. One thing leads to another, and it's like, next thing you know, the girl can either basically, based on how the situation go, like it can either work in your favor or it can go very wrong for you. Right. And it's like, these are the type of things that
just happen when you get to another level.
That happen when you get to another level. So it's like for regular dudes like us, when you get on in the scene, for example, in Toronto, like I see how it is. Like I worked at bars. I know exactly how it goes. Girls throw themselves at guys who are on that can get them into certain positions, right? I'm not saying all women are like that, but there are women out there that's their sole prerogative. That's their sole prerogative. There are women who know nothing about the NBA. But as soon as they know a ball player is in the club, all of a sudden they're there and they're the biggest fan.
In that booth.
Right? And yes, some athletes know that this is part of the game, but some athletes enjoy that game. And some athletes they just don't know how to deal with it. Bro, if you're between the ages of 21 to 24, like Tristan, and you're in this, this is what's happening to your life now, man. Bro.
The craziest thing is like,
oh my God.
The craziest thing is to understand that LeBron has never been got. That right there.
Look, that is why
LeBron's never been got.
This is the reason why LeBron James.
LeBron just wins basketball games and comes out clean.
That's
all you know him for.
This is why LeBron James,
he wins games.
To me, is the GOAT.
Even Jordan got. Kobe got. Do you understand? These mans got.
This is why he's a GOAT.
LeBron is squeaky.
This is why he's a GOAT.
Oh
I don't care about any of these rumors.
Jeter got.
I don't care about any of these rumors floating out in the world about James. Like
Tiger got. Name all of them. Name anyone from any sport.
Look. Name all your greatest favorite of all time athletes. They all had some crutch, something going on, bro. Look. If you talk to anyone in the league or like anyone who like reporters have blatantly talked about this, right? Because they know Jordan, look, we're not going to get in the argument. We're not going to get in the argument, but Jordan, GOAT, right?
Yes.
Here's the thing. This man, when he retired, the first time he retired before he came back and then won the other 3 rings, like there's a lot of people like up there, like big name people saying like part of the reason he retired is because he got forced out because he had a gambling problem, bro.
Struggling.
Gambling problem, bro. Yeah. He would go to Atlantic City before the day before games. That's a known thing.
Jordan, why are you in the strip club?
Jordan, why are you gambling all this money?
What are you doing?
Still the greatest, but everyone has a crutch.
Yeah,
everyone has a crutch. I don't know if LeBron has some squeaky clean system set in place so he never got God, but the bottom line is nothing has ever come out.
It's not getting out.
Do you know how hard it is to be a black man at like the pinnacle of what you're doing and to not have a single...
stay there. He's never been pulled down once. When he came into the NBA, they automatically gave him something called the throne. And he has not come out of that throne since entering the league. He's never come off of that throne.
Bro, for a dude that never went to high school, he went to high school and then went to college. He didn't go to college where you experience what it's like to be an athlete where everything's being thrown at you.
Just my family.
Bro, I was a regular dude.
Nope.
Brian.
All I care about.
Brian, you and I were regular dudes, collegiate athletes, and we know what comes with that.
Nope. All I care about is my family and my kids.
This guy's been with the same girl, Savannah, since high school. Bro, I saw a before and after photo the other day. Bro, there's sidelines at a WWE event. LeBron's wearing like a quadruple XL shirt, holding up a flip phone, like recording the event. I'm dead ass serious. I'm so serious. If I find it, I'll post in this video. Okay. But he's holding this photo with Savannah by his side, and now they both look like they just always come from money, right? Like this is who he's been with, and it's like. That is crazy.
And you're telling me he hasn't slipped once.
Bro, and I hate to tie this back. Yeah. This is the last thing I'll bring up about Kanye. But he said this. He's like, you know, seeing like Obama in presidency was almost kind of like a form of mind control. In the sense where it's like, the fact that Obama was president for 8 years, and the most problematic thing he did was, you know, probably like the drone bombing situation, the war stuff. But it's like, the man himself never had a scandal,
and
he never had a scandal.
And the war stuff was just there are some things as a president you don't have a choice for.
Yeah,
like
but you know what I mean. Like,
they're gonna put you in that situation.
Like I think one of the things they try to go at him for the most is when he wore that tan suit.
Stop it.
I'm sorry, the brother can wear whatever the fuck he wants.
Stop it. But you know what I mean? Like, he's been loyal. So like, no scandal, no nonsense.
Like what Kanye is trying to say is like. Yeah. For any other black dude to be president after Obama, and he's not blaming Obama, but he's literally saying that like that is what they have. That's what that's whoever's in charge, like you know whoever's really in charge. That's what they've now done. Where it's like, oh, okay, you have a single flaw. Sorry, you can't do it.
And they're gonna use it against you now.
They'll use it against you.
They made Obama so clean that it's near impossible to get another black person in there.
Well, Obama was so clean. They didn't make him that way. But,
I'm not gonna take away from Michelle and him, but Obama was so clean that it's now going to be almost near impossible for another black person to be there,
bro.
Cause like I feel like no matter how qualified or how good the black person could be now moving forward, they will dig and dig to find anything to negate him. Bro, you know what I mean? Like
if Obama even had like 1%,
and he tried to negate him just from based on birthplace,
or like, maybe like smoking weed, and
they're digging for like anything to shut him down. Bro, like,
if he had even 1% of what Trump has going on right now, this guy would be out the paint so quickly. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Like, no, Obama literally had to be the guy to stay for 8 years,
bro,
and he was,
bro.
Like,
I've been watching. I watched this Netflix series called Dear White People, right? It's actually really good. It's actually really good. Is it good? Second season just came out, and it's like great. It's one of those situations where if you watch it, you understand the whole show isn't about like bashing white people
on campus and stuff.
Yeah, okay. The whole show isn't about bashing white people. No, it literally shows like what it's like the constant dialogue between just black people and how it's all crazy, right? But it's like.
Is it good though?
I enjoy it a lot. Like I think the second season was way better than the first. Okay. But there was a quote in the second season where they said, some black dude said, the thing that like super powerful white people like doing more than giving a single like one brother a chance is seeing him squander it. Because then they can say that they gave him a chance. You know what I mean? Which then fucks it up for everyone else. Yeah. So it's like, for Obama, it's like, yes, this dude was mad qualified. They gave him a chance. And this dude was like super clean, handled his business. Yeah. And it's like, all right, like that sets a standard for the rest of us, which is good. Like if there was ever a world where I want to be president, it's like, I know that, okay, he set the standard. This is what I have to be or exceed it. But it's like, for them, they look at it like, all right, if you're not that, you're not getting in. You have to be that or you're not getting in. And that's like, yo, what? But then you have this dude that's in presidency right now who's riddled with flaws, and somehow they're still letting him cook.
I don't last thing on this, but like, we're so desensitized because it's so ridiculous now that we stop questioning how ridiculous it is. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Like, if you really sit down with yourself and ask yourself and like understand what's going on, you're like, how did this happen? Like, whether he got voted or not by a large amount of people, and whether it got rigged or whatever the hell happened, how is this still being how is this still operating? Like, and the scandals are coming out, things are coming out with different leaders and emails and they're like, it just disappears. Like it literally just disappears. Like I just don't, we actually just stop questioning it to more like oh, okay. Like we've all just been like, well, I guess it's just I guess it's what's happening.
It just is what it is.
But that's fucking sick.
What are you talking about? It is what it is. Like
no. Anybody else, he's impeached immediately. What president's just tweeting? Reckless. Like, how is the world allowing this?
You know what I mean? Like, this is
like, it's just, bro. It just makes you just be like, what? Am I alive?
Can I do this? Like, that's what makes me think.
I tweet at a job and I almost get fired. I'm not joking. I almost got fired from a job for tweeting. The man's president of the United States. Happy Wisconsin. What? It's Trump. What does that mean? When you're so bad that your name is just a term, it's fucking insane. It's Trump. What the fuck is a Trump? What's a Trump? It's just Trump.
Bro, like,
we
live in such a crazy world. This is the world we're in. We're in such a crazy world, and it's like, you know, I'm so thankful we're with the people we're with, like Jamie and Rhonda, because I don't think I can have some of these conversations with like just any other girl without them thinking I'm actually crazy when it comes to some of these topics. So I'm like, just how is this happening? Like, how, bro?
It just makes it really hurts the brain. It really hurts the brain.
It's crazy.
Let's get into these questions. We're 45 minutes in, just
it's all good.
Venting.
Just venting. Good. Actually,
hope you guys are enjoying this so far. We've missed you guys. I missed doing this. I was actually thinking before I came today. I'm like, I haven't done this in a while.
I know.
You know that feeling? You're like, oh, we haven't done this in a while.
Fucking who is it? Sorry, one of our fans, Kathleen or Danny. Sorry, Danny. Her Insta is Kathleen Danielle, but she's the one that might wants us to go to the Philippines. Remember?
We need to do one of these.
I know. We
ASAP.
Do. Yeah, we'll get one.
We'll take care of this. We'll take care of you, buddy.
Imagine it just falls away right now. But yeah, she hit me up. Shout out to Danny. She hit me up and she said, "Can you guys talk about this on the next podcast, especially considering Ryan's comment during the live show about how males cannot be a victim of rape?" Right? So she sent me. It was a Twitter conversation. This guy named Kyle Edwards, and he posted screenshots of a convo he had with a girl. And you and I talked about this. Yeah. And he said, "No gender is entitled to have sex with you. No matter what lengths you went through, consent is a real thing. Y'all shame men for being thirsty. Women are just as bad." So this is a convo, right? For the video, I'll put up the actual screenshots. But the girl messaged him saying, "Can I ask you something?" He's like, "Yeah." She's like, "Why didn't we have sex last night? ... Question mark. He's like, "I'm not."
The girl asked the guy.
Yeah, the girl asked the guy, "Why didn't we have sex last night?" He's like, "I'm not really sure. Just didn't feel like it that bad? Question mark. She said, "It kind of pissed me off because I took a good 2 hours out of my time to get all ready, shave my legs and whatnot. I'm actually super fucking pissed. I wasted 2 hours of my time getting ready for nothing. Didn't feel like it? Okay, well, I did. So I literally kept giving you hints and was trying all night." And he said, I just didn't want to. Sorry about it. LOL. He's like, "What's the big deal? It's just sex." She said, "The big fucking deal is I wanted to, and you should have had sex with me. Are you fucking gay or something? Is that the big deal? You didn't do it?"
That's how she's talking.
Yeah, and he says, "Well, I'm not gay. I just didn't want to. My choice to decide that. Get over it." She says,
"This is his girlfriend?"
I don't know if it's a girlfriend. It's probably a girl.
Okay.
In caps now. She says,
"Oh, she's capsing."
She said, "The big deal is I wasted 2 hours. Okay, fuck that. A whole night trying to have sex with you, and you just didn't want to. Like, what's the issue? Are you actually gay and lying? Am I that fucking hideous? Not that fucking hard to whip your dick out. Is it broken? No. Okay, so what's the actual issue?"
She wanted to get pregnant that night.
And then he said,
she wanted to get pregnant.
And he said, "No, you're attractive. I just didn't want to. I'm not gay. You need to calm down. What the hell is your issue? I thought you were cool. Guess not. No means no. I don't need a reason."
Right.
Then she said, "Okay, no means no when I say it. But I said yes, so is your dick little? I mean, give me an actual reason." Wow. And then he said, "Well, I'm well endowed. Not that it's any of your business. Listen, I don't need reasons." Yeah. "How hypocritical of you. Rape is only rape for women." Got it. And she says basically, and okay, then I'm not understanding an actual reason why. I fucking wanted to. I wasted my fucking time getting all fucking ready, and then he didn't post the rest.
Anyhow, it matters to a girl, it's over.
So
it's over.
We talked about this way back. Where
it's like talks like this to a girl, over.
What do you mean?
She's saying that to every man, every woman.
Of course.
He's destroyed.
Of course, but he's
a dog. He's destroyed.
Oh, that's how they're gonna frame it,
he's
right?
Destroyed.
But we talked about this before, where it's like, and I think I caught kind of heat for it. It was the way that I would turn down girls or whatever, and it was like, I said, have you ever said no to a girl and they react in a way that's just that takes you back? You're like, why are you acting like this? Yeah. And it's because I feel like Trezor said it best. You know, it's like men get turned down or get told no, left, right, and center all the time.
Girls don't hear that.
So I just kind of built up a conditioning to just knowing I'm gonna get told no or just no from the jump. Whereas women, they're not used to getting told no. True. Like if a woman is ready to have sex with you, it's usually because they know that you want to have sex with them,
and you're gonna say yes.
So you're gonna say yes. Yeah. So when you tell them no, it's like, what do you mean no?
What do you mean? No, I mean no. That's what I mean.
I've actually had to deal with that before. I had a girl say what do you mean no?
So have I.
And then it's I find myself in this weird position where I now have to explain.
Why I don't want to have sex with you.
Sometimes it's literally Nothing wrong with you.
I really just don't feel like
I just don't want to have sex with you. I'm tired.
But this goes all back tied into our old thing we've been talking about forever is for the right girl, there is no that moment.
Yes, that's true.
Like, because
but you know what?
I know why I said no for the person I said no to, and it's because yeah, there's nothing wrong with them, but let's be honest, no matter how tired, no matter how bust, no matter how sick, nauseous, whatever you feel, if
right, I agree.
If Beyonce comes to you,
right? No, wait, no, that's different. That's
Why?
No. Hold on. You're talking like pinnacle here, right? Like,
just if anyone,
you're talking pantheon.
Fine.
If
let's not even use Beyonce. If your girlfriend,
I'll answer this. Okay,
sure.
If my girlfriend comes to me and I'm bust, and she's like, I'm ready to have sex. We're gonna have sex.
Of course you are.
But you know what I'm gonna tell her?
It's gonna be lazy dick.
Thank you.
You're gonna get lazy, but it's still a dick. But she's still gonna get the dick.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
That's okay though.
That's okay. Like I'll tell her.
It's gonna be lazy dick.
I'll tell her.
Are you sure?
But you know what? I'm only doing that because
how much you care about
how
her.
much I love her.
So
like she's my girl. She wants something. She needs something to be done.
That's what I'm saying. So
but if you're not my girl,
you can get no's whenever.
You get no's left, right, and center.
But that's exactly what I'm saying. So that is why those girls feel away.
Oh, because they're like, they're not at that level.
They're not at lazy dick level where it's like where it's like
that's the name of the podcast,
lazy dick level. So they're not at lazy dick level where they're like, even though you might not really want to, you'll still do it anyways for them. Because I'm definitely having sex around her whether I'm bust or not.
Yo, like I can just come back from war. I'm ready to go. I come back from war. I come back from war.
Not even sure.
As long as I'm not losing a limb, I can come back from war.
But it just proves the point. It's like, so is there really ever a time a guy would say no? If he really feels that much of a connection with the person that's asking him. Like, is there really a legitimate reason why any man would say no to sex with a woman he genuinely loves and actually enjoys having sex with? I don't think there is. Like, yeah, like I don't think there is for the initial time. Maybe like multiples. Like if you're tired after you've already done it, you might say no. Let's go again. You might say no to that. You're like, okay, no, like let's just chill. You know. Yeah. But like you haven't had sex, whatever excuse you have, and the person you actually really love wants to have sex. Oh yeah. No matter what the excuse, you're not gonna say no unless she's just a ting. See, realistically, unless she's just a ting, you'd be like, I don't really feel like
that's it. And I think that's a very much a male thing for us to do that, because I'll be honest, like, you know, in like past relationships of girls that like I've been fucking or whatever, like there might be times where I want to go, but the girl might be tired, and I just don't do it. We just don't do anything because it's like, but it's different though.
And that's what I'm saying. Like they're more comfortable asking us when they know we're not in the mood, but I can't ask you if I know you're not in the mood. Yeah. I'm uncomfortable.
Yeah, I'm very.
They're not uncomfortable to ask us knowing that we're lazy. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like you can look at me being lazy and laying down and chilling watching TV and be like, let's have sex. And you could look at my body language knowing I'm not in sex mood and still be like, you want to have sex? Like, they don't care about what you look like. Yeah. I can look at you as a woman and see you're lazy or you're tired or... And exhausted, I will make the interpretation of myself that I won't push. I'll just be like, she's probably not down. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna just... So you want... Like,
that's a very real take. You know, it's very real. It's very real.
They don't care. They will look... They don't care. They don't...
I'm just meat to you at that point.
Like, if they want it, they don't be like, he looks tired. Like, he just got home from work. Yeah. Looks like he's studying or... Like, no, it's... You don't have sex? Regardless of what you're doing. Yeah. They're comfortable doing that. Us? We generally... And that's the whole rape culture thing. Yeah. Because... for people who have some type of sense or understanding of what rape culture is, that moment of uncomfort where you feel like, I don't want to ask. Like, yeah. Like, I know you're not in the mood. Yeah. Like, I don't feel it. You're not on me. Yeah. I'm not gonna just rub you. Like I don't. You know what I mean? I don't enjoy that.
It's
not like
it's totally true. And like the whole rape culture thing, it's crazy because it's become so nuanced, and like sometimes the lines are hard to really know. And it relates back once again. It goes back to this like whole social justice shit, because I was hanging out with my homegirl Kiadi the other day, and we were talking about that Aziz Ansari thing. Remember we talked about that? Yeah. And it was just like, it's crazy because sometimes I have like honestly, honest to God, like I've gone my entire life as I should. The moment I started having sex, like tried my best to make sure that like anytime I engage in sex, like I know that it's consensual. Right? Like I remember you guys were making fun of me about it on the show when we said I think you were like, Zamora is one of those men who will wait until like the girl says, "Oh, you want to have sex?" Like
to confirm.
Like because like you never know sometimes, right? So it's like as long as I know for.
It's like, well, you made the sign, but I didn't say yes.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god.
You know what I mean? So it's like because you never know, and it's like in that situation, it was like Aziz might have been seeing all these signs,
but she didn't say
it. She didn't say it.
Oh, I can touch your dick. So I can kiss you.
So then the next day when she tells him, you know, like, yo, I everything that happened, he's like, oh my, like I read the whole situation wrong. I apologize. And then like a year later, she's trying to claim rape, right? So it's like, what do you like? You know, like, even if you're my girlfriend, I still feel that way. I still treat you like that. That's how it comes.
Just because you're my girlfriend doesn't mean I now access whenever I want to.
No,
men do believe that though.
That's my girlfriend. We have to have sex. There are plenty of guys who believe that, and it's like no, like she
just accepted being your girlfriend.
The way I look at it is like, once I'm in a relationship with you, yeah, it probably means that we are gonna have sex a lot more often.
Not guaranteed.
But it's not guaranteed, and it's like I kind of, even though you're my girlfriend, I still kind of look at sex between me and you as like, all right, what, how do I get, you know, like, how do I get it kind of thing, in the sense where it's like, because I know it's not guaranteed. I'm not obligated to it. You know what I mean? Even if, no matter how dirty you talk to me or like the things you say or blah, 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 in the back of my mind, I always know.
I kind of not ask, but kind of like.
I just don't force myself upon you just because I'm with you, married with you, dating you. Like that shit doesn't come with just being in a relationship. Yeah. But I've most definitely been in situations where it's like the roles are reversed, where it's like you're sleeping around with someone or whatever it is, and it's like I know women who sometimes think that like, okay, now that we're like fucking around, like I'm entitled to your dick, and it's like. No, I don't think so.
No,
like
that's not how it works. Actually.
I don't think that's how it works. So when I say no, it's like, what do you mean no?
Oh, so you don't like me anymore?
It's like, oh, come on, like, shut up, like, relax. It's silly. So I don't know. Anyway, the question that we posted was, drop your 3 favorite things about summer.
Summer's finally here.
Yes,
kind of here.
Our weather is wild.
Living in Canada is just a joke.
Yeah, it really is.
Like, it's just, it snowed 2 weeks ago. Like, what?
JJ the Dreamer. Okay. She said, oh, no. Wait, sorry. She said 3 favorite things about summer. Sunnies on Queen and Kennedy. Trips to the barber and bright colors. Surprisingly, I got a lot of likes. I think people like Sunnies. It's like a Jamaican spot.
Sunnies?
Yeah.
Have been to Sunnies?
I don't think I've been to Sunnies,
no,
but
I'm more of a Pat's guy.
I like Pat's on Queen.
Yeah.
Pat's is legit, but I did find out. I think Pat's is late. It's open super late some nights during the week, and I also found there are 2 other Jamaican spots. So during the day, it's all Jamaican people. It's like Jamaican and Filipino people.
Where? The spots you're talking about?
Yeah, that like own the spot. It's owned by a Jamaican woman.
Okay.
Right? But like Filipino people and Jamaican people work there, and like low key Filipino people are like the black people in Asia. Yeah. But it's like those spots are open till 4 a.m. in the morning.
Really,
bro? My boy Denzel, we went out and he's like, "Yo, you want Jamaican food?" I'm like, "It's 3 a.m. What are you talking about Jamaican food?" We go, bro. It was actually blessed.
Really,
and it wasn't expensive. And they give you a fuckload of food. I'll find out for you. Okay. I'll find out for you. But it came so clutch. Especially after the Hong Sheng incident. I was like, okay.
But let me go down there right now, eh?
I'm like, yo, this is clutch. Kimber Cam, she says patios, sundresses, and late night drives. Yo, don't sleep on the late night drives, eh?
Yo, sometimes you just drive. Sometimes you literally just drive.
Bro, just my car has like a little sunroof now. That's the funniest thing. You just drive it around. Like,
sometimes you just drive.
That warm summer air, bruh. My guy Kyle McLaren, he says sundresses, window, and sunroof open with something ignorant pumping, and then soccer.
100%. Has to be ignorant.
You already know which album. You already know which album I'm gonna play all summer.
Ignorant.
You already know. 2 straight 6. He says basketball, beach, and barbecues. Barbecues, I definitely miss. That's gonna be fun.
Barbecue season. Are we having barbecue? We're having barbecue.
That's what. Yeah, we're gonna have that. Shanice Alicia, she says days in the park, how the weather instantly makes your mood better, and soca parties.
I've never had a date in the park.
Never had that either. But like days in the park.
Oh, days in the park.
Yeah, just chilling in the park.
I used to dates in the park.
Nah, I know a lot of people just like go to like Trinity Bellwoods and shit like that. Who else do we have? We got sunlight, patio drinking, warm summer night walks. Like Bertram, you know Bertram?
Yeah.
He said some shit. He was just like, yo, Toronto summers are legendary.
It's beautiful.
They really are. Like, when you go to other places in Canada, like, I've been to Montreal in the summer. That's pretty nice. I haven't experienced Vancouver in the summer yet. But, like, summer in Toronto is a whole different city.
It's so much.
It's like, actually...
every week.
You might think you're actually in a different place. Yeah. I was talking to my dad the other day. We have winter/fall for, like... 7 to 8 months of the year. Mm-hmm. So when the summer rolls around,
everything's packed into the summer.
I was like,
you can't even do everything.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate thing. You really choose.
Like, because they'll have like, for example, the Taste of Danforth festival.
Yeah,
they'll have that, but they'll have something else that same day. So you're like. Okay.
Last year I went to Taste of Danforth like maybe 2 years ago, and like for people that don't live here, that's like a Greek. It's like a Greek festival, right? And it's like, I love Greek food. Yeah. Like, Toronto's
one of those... so many... It's literally any culture you can experience here.
I was just telling Jamie last night that, like, Toronto's one of those places where it is so multicultural that you could... you could pretty much get any type of food you want here. Yep. If you really wanted to, you could.
There's salsa on St. Clair. There's, like... I think Cinco de Mayo, we do stuff for that.
Bro,
like,
and this is great because, you know... I heard someone say the other day, I was watching The Carter Effect.
Oh, it's so good.
And they were talking about, what's her name? The girl that basically was at the forefront. Mona. Yeah. Right? And who was it? I think it was Tracy or Vince basically saying that, you know, like, you go to another city and you know someone in that city, you usually tell your friend, like, call this person and show you around, right? Yeah. And it's great because when I don't know how it is for you, like, did Rhonda used to live here? No, right? So it's like, she's moving here.
She's going to experience everything right now for the first time.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Because when she's moving here, it's like, like, everything that might have become a little bit mundane to you suddenly becomes...
new now.
Suddenly becomes brand new because you're like, yo, this person's never been to C&E?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Like, like something as basic as...
You know, that's crazy. Yeah. And like... Jamie was telling me that's how she feels when I'm in van because
she's showing you things that are normal to her.
Bro,
but you're excited again. It makes her excited.
Bro,
again.
One of the things that made her the most excited was when we were all driving the car and we were freaking out about seeing mountains in the city.
Oh, just like seeing it. She's like, I see this every day.
We're like, what? And she's like,
oh yeah.
She like steps out of a restaurant and she sees mountains, but she's like. And that makes her appreciate the city more. Yeah. So it's like...
It almost resets your perspective
of
your own city.
So it's like, I'm excited to do that for Jane, but I know like you're excited to do that for Rhonda because it's like, there are so many things.
There's way too many things. Way too many things that she hasn't seen here. It's crazy.
It's wild. I am Joe.
You know what she had for the first time? French toast. For the first time this year.
What, she never had French toast before?
What? Like, I was like, what?
That's crazy.
I was like, what? Like, my dad's wife made it for her, and she's like, this is so good. I'm like, what?
Like, oh, you're so cute.
Yeah, like it's just like
I have so much to show you.
So much.
You know what I mean?
So much.
Now you feel good. You're like, I have so much to show you.
Yeah, and it's easy for you now because like I'm not like it's not easy for me now because like if you meet someone here, what do you do?
Yeah, like there's only
like they're not surprised by anything. It's
yeah,
like,
there's only so many things you can do
with someone that's from here. Because
it's funny.
You can still do things, but it's like I think one of the most annoying things for me personally in relationships is like I like to do a lot like I usually do. I like to give women that I'm with a lot of firsts, whatever it may be.
Yeah,
like first trips, first experiences, first whatever. So like if you meet someone here in Toronto, majority of the time their ex brought them somewhere.
Yo,
like, you know what I mean? Like, I've been here before my ex. It's like,
bro,
and then like it kind of takes away from
the experience.
It does.
You'd be like, oh, okay, I shouldn't have done this.
Oh, you been here before? Yeah, I've been there before.
Like,
oh, yeah. You been to Teen Tower before? Yeah, my ex brought there.
It's funny, bro,
like,
because
I don't want to go there now because
we talked about this topic before, where it's like, you know, like being from Mississauga, like when you. I mean, look, if I'm being real, it never really stopped us. But like dating people from Toronto or like whatever, you got to see the dynamic of how people from Toronto looked at people from outside of Toronto, like literally downtown core. And I remember a lot of the girls that I used to see, like, I don't think any of them drove. Like any of them had their license because they all lived downtown Toronto. Right. So it's like, you know, things that were normal for me, like fucking going to like these provincial parks and shit, or like going to Hamilton.
Never go there.
Hamilton, like seeing these waterfalls. Like they would never, like that's something they've never did before, so it was like brand new to them. But for everyone outside of the Toronto, was just like, oh, that's normal. Like, that's like a weekend. That's a Saturday for us.
We drive.
Because we drive, like that's what we do. But it's like you said, when you meet someone who is not from the same place as you, it's like, yo, like I have to show you this, I have to show you this. There's not enough time. Like there's all these things. Like,
it also sparks a relationship now because now there's an excitement to see them excited.
Yeah, that's exactly it. That's literally what it is, and it's like, I think that's the thing I like the most is just seeing how excited that person gets at you getting excited about this shit.
You know, it's like nobody wants to see a movie someone's seen before.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's like, especially like, isn't the worst when someone's like, "Oh, let's watch this movie." It's like, have you seen it? Yeah, but you haven't. Yeah, but you have. Yeah, but you haven't seen it yet. It's happened. But I know you have. So now I'm not gonna enjoy it with you. Yeah, but I liked it. Yeah, but
I've been there so many times.
It's like, I know you liked it, but I want us both.
I want you.
I want us both to like it together and not like, you know
what I mean? It's like sometimes you may as well just not say that you've seen the movie. And it's just like, fuck.
I don't want to see it anymore.
It's hilarious how many people are saying like sundresses. You got a lot of pervs out here.
I mean, sundresses.
I love sundresses.
You guys know why I like sundresses. I mean, on the right body, let's be honest.
Yeah. Jamie, get a sundress, please. I think she has some, I don't know. I'm Ojo. He said everybody friendly. Everywhere seems close all of a sudden. In day parties.
You don't care about time anymore.
So true.
You don't care about time.
So true. Because in the winter, everyone's just like, everyone's more in a rush. Because like, why am I waiting outside? Like, why am I like, let's go. But in the summer, I'll take my time walking somewhere. Especially now that I have a camera. Come on, please. Jay, she said weather, and weather. Because that's a massive thing. And yeah, that was it. But we did get a couple questions. We touched on this before. JJ the Dreamer, she said, in the world of creatives, why does it seem all clicked up? It just seems like the same people always collaborate. I've noticed that the more that I am in like the freelance world, seeing like certain people just collaborate with only those people. And I think it's I
think it's comfort.
I think it's a bit of two things, right? I think if you're on the outside looking in, you might not understand that those people who are always collaborating have some type of like working relationship going on. Like
and method.
Yeah, method. Like they may actually just be working towards a certain goal. So like I'll give you a prime example. There's a couple people, 2 people I follow on Instagram because I actually like their work. It's Sergio I think you follow him too, but the guy's name is Sergio, and I don't know her real name, but her IG name is E_fancy.
I'm not sure.
Okay, but either way, like I follow her because she's a super good photographer. Like she does a lot of lifestyle stuff. All her stuff is crazy. It's like even though I don't do the same type of work as her, like I appreciate it. Like I watch what she does because just by seeing what she does, it teaches me a lot of stuff. And like, you know, she uses her Instagram stories to document like all her shoots that she's doing. So it's super cool to see. But she does a lot of work who's with her best friend, I assume, this guy named Sergio, who's like basically like a lifestyle influencer. His content is like super well curated.
It's all her shooting him?
A lot of the stuff that he posts has been shot by her. Okay. So some people might look at that and be like, why they only collaborate? Like, does she only do stuff for it? And that's not the case. She doesn't. But it's just like, even though they're best friends, they have a clear like working relationship that benefits both of them. Right. So some people, for example, might look at you and me, like if you and I did more like photography video stuff, they might be like, they only collaborate with each other. But it's like, we might have a method to our madness as to why we're doing that. It doesn't mean that we're not inclusive. But then you do have other people who is just like, I'm only working with these people. Yeah. And it's like, I will only work with these people.
Like the rooftopper crew.
Yeah, there's like the rooftopper clique or...
Like there is a clique of just rooftoppers.
Yeah, there's so many cliques. And it's just like, they'll only work with this crew. Yeah. And it's just like, they're not willing to look outside of that. Yeah. And I think the moment
you... look down to other people.
Yeah. I think the moment you decide to not look outside of your creative area, you just start to limit yourself.
Absolutely.
You know, like
because you guys only know so much. You guys all your stuff will only look a certain way, and it'll be limited to get boring. So like some of the I honestly unfollow a lot of photography pages. It just got boring. Yeah, I'm like you're using the same filter, slapping on all your pictures. So like I know you're not looking at each picture individually and giving it its own feel. You know, like if your whole page is just blue, your whole page is just grays and like it's like. I know, like, I edit too, so you're putting on the full filter and just whatever like, sheet you put on, you're just slapping it. It's like, there's no it's individualism to that.
It's very odd. It's because, you know, the more you do this shit, the more you start paying attention to people's work. And it's one thing, like, I think it's very hard for someone to have like a curated page, like Insta page, where all the color, there's a certain type of color matching going on. I think that's a little bit more difficult than people think as a photographer, because like there are some photos that you might take that you really like, but if you have like a certain feed going on, you have to say, fuck, I can't post this because it doesn't.
I can't edit the same way.
I can't edit it the same way, right? Like, so I understand why it's difficult, but then that's not the same as someone doing exactly what you said, where it's like, they'll take any photo and they'll just apply the same filter to it that doesn't even match the photo itself. Because what you said is so key. Like every photo you take is individual. Like
I'm not editing skin how I edit the streets. Why? Like,
yeah, like
I'm not like. Why is the skin blue?
You know what I mean?
Like the same as the building that I just took.
Like
it's
just, this is kind of like
it's lazy.
It's kind of like a personal gripe of mine, but it's like, you know, I'm still like constantly trying to learn like shit when it comes to photography and video stuff, as everyone should. But it's like for a while, the most popular like color scheme was teal and orange, right? And it's like, first of all, like as for white people, like your skin is not naturally orange. Like
no,
I don't want to see orange on your skin tone. Like if you're white, like I should see your skin tone. Like, that's what it is. Like, I understand if you're doing this cool edit, you're following a trend, fine. But, like, it's funny when you see, like, what the popular, like, color schemes are, because there aren't a ton of, like, black photographers. Have you noticed that? Like, there aren't a ton, and it's interesting to see, like, how people edit.
Black skin.
Yeah, like, a lot of people don't know how to edit black skin. A lot of people don't know how to do makeup for black skin. So, but most importantly, a lot of people don't know how to light black skin. It was Insecure that taught me that. Like Insecure was one of the few shows that literally they know how to like do lighting for black people so well that it's like
you feel normal. You feel natural. Like
you're like, whoa, like this is
how I look.
This is how I look. But it's like it's crazy. And I'm just like, man, like it's just wild. Like I want to get to a point where it's just like people kind of know the differences between the two, but it's like, you know, it's a crazy time we live in.
Man,
it's wild.
So what are your favorite things about summer?
Favorite things about summer. My favorite thing, the driving with the late night summer drives is pretty clutch. Like listen to music. Like to be honest, I really like driving on the DVP late night summer because there's no one on the DVP at that time.
At nighttime, you're saying?
At nighttime.
Oh, okay.
But it's like the roads are windy and shit.
Yeah.
And
it's like you're on a track.
It's like you're on a track and it's dope to just listen to music.
Bridge and all that stuff.
Yeah, so that's pretty dope. I really like just that it's that vibe in Toronto where it's right before sunset. It's still like
warm.
Yeah, it's not hot, but it's warm. Like it's not hot, but it's warm, and it's a really good feeling. Like you could wear a t-shirt, and it's just great.
Yeah.
I like just being able to hit up anyone, be like, yo, you want to just go do this? Like, you want to go out?
Yeah.
Or you just want to go downtown? Not even do anything. Just want to go downtown? Sure, let's go. That's probably my few things. Probably for people that don't live in Toronto, they don't get to they don't understand the significance. But going to Dairy Cream on Lakeshore,
yo, that has to happen.
That is
every summer. I need that funnel cake.
That is probably
I need it.
Oh my God.
I need it every year.
Because that goes hand in hand with like the late summer night just chilling because there is nothing like going to Dairy Cream on a late summer night, sitting on those picnic benches.
Yep.
Like
slapping mosquitoes.
Like there is nothing like it.
It's just so
crazy.
Chill.
There's a lineup. Like
it's just
and
so
you're
chill.
like, I'm gonna wait. Like it's not expensive. It tastes good.
It's so chill. Yeah.
Yo,
it's so real.
That's a Mississauga thing that Toronto will never have. Yeah. Like there's nothing in Toronto that can compare to it. Keep your sweet Jesus, keep your Bang Bangs ice cream.
It's all artificial. It's like that is just genuine.
People in Toronto, if you want to experience like just a chill ice cream session,
and it's been there forever.
Bro, I think it's been there for like Dairy 60,
and not Dairy Queen.
Dairy Cream.
It's very
60 years. Drive your ass from Mississauga. Like good. Lakeshore, you're blessed.
So good. My favorite things definitely is just blasting music all day long.
Yeah.
Listen, like usually a Drake album comes out every summer. So
we got another one coming out. I think next month. Yeah. I'm
blasting whatever new Drake album comes out that summer is always the thing. Yeah, just like there's an energy that's in the city.
Yeah.
That you just can't describe.
You can't replicate
like
it anywhere.
It's I mean, not even like Carabana is great.
Yeah.
But it's degraded as I get older. Like I feel like the buzz has been lost as you're older, and because we're getting older, it feels like everyone's getting younger. Yeah. So it's like just the crowds. Yeah. Like last year I went. Last year I'm just like, is this
what Carabana?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were there.
We were there. Yeah.
And I was just like, this is strange.
Like I was a little different.
Like I was just like girls like, oh my God, you Mr. KOA, and I'm like, you're 8.
Not 8, but like, this is the thing. Like we talked about before. Yeah, like I'm gonna bring Jamie there because she's never been. Right?
Yeah,
so it's like,
of course. Like I'm saying, I'm sure I'll still go because like Ronnie's never been to Carabana, so like,
oh wow, okay,
you know what I mean? Like, so we'll both probably be there this year.
Yeah,
but it's just. It's not the same as it used to be when we used to go. It used to be the thing. Like, yo, Carabana here, like everyone's getting their outfits, everyone's buying hotels. Like, you remember that? Like, imagine booking hotels. Like, the Sheraton was the shit. Intercontinental was the shit. Like, these were big events. I used to be into, well, I'm still kind of into, but not as much. I used to be into Soca Fest all the time.
Yeah.
So everyone was fetting, Jab Juve, like, Fire Fest. Like, it was just, there's so much energy in the summer that you can't go everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, imagine, like, where are you going today? If you're going to Soca Fest, you're missing something else. If you're going to a club, like you gotta choose. Like half your crowd of friends are doing this, half your crowd is doing this, and you're like, sometimes you're doing nothing because you're like, oh, what am I gonna do? You waste the whole night.
Pick your poison, man.
So it's just that energy is just amazing in the city, and I think the last thing is just like, summer is where I guess for myself, I really appreciate how diverse the city is. Like, it's not until like in the wintertime, it's just everyone's hooded up and jackets. You don't really see people. You don't see faces, but like literally in the summertime, if you just walk around, it's Asian, Chinese, Indian, Black, Portuguese, Spanish. Like, Greek. It's just like it's everybody's outside, and just like, yo, this is one city, with all these races. Like, I travel to the States a lot, so it's like LA, for example, it's literally white, Spanish, Black. Yeah, that's it. That's literally all you can see. If you can see white, you can see Spanish people or Black. Yeah. I don't even know if I saw a Chinese person when I was there. No, I really don't, to be honest.
It's the same thing.
Like, I don't know if I saw one.
When
definitely didn't see Indian when I was there. Last time, sure didn't see Indian
last time. I don't remember seeing Indian person when I went to Vancouver. Like, when I went to last time I was in Vancouver, I was with Bertram and Jamie, and Bertram, because both of them were coming here for Caravana, like around the time, and Bertram said to Jamie, he's like, "Yo, like, be prepared to see the most Black people you've ever seen, in your life." And she's literally gonna get like the most hyper, like concentrated, because that's where all of us are gonna be. It's gonna be everyone, probably everyone in the GTA. But it's like, you're right. Like, Toronto is probably one of the few cities in the world. Like, the only other city I could probably compare to that is London, England, because London is like mad multicultural. It's crazy, but it's that, well, it makes sense because
London, I might be in London in 2 weeks.
Really? For what?
Christmas. It's going on tour.
Oh, that's wicked.
I might be there as of the 24th.
Okay, we'll talk, because I might be able to hook you up out there. But it makes sense that London and Toronto is so similar. You'll know when you go out there, but it's like a lot of our slang in Toronto comes from England and vice versa. The Caribbean and African influences, the same thing. But it's like, true, Toronto is just one of those few places where...
But how's London's summer, though? It's not like ours.
London's summer isn't as hot. Like, that's the thing. Like, I've told my cousins who are like, who live in England, but are also Jamaican like us, that it gets hot, like, it gets sometimes way too hot.
Bro, we get 39 here sometimes.
They don't believe me. Then they come here and they're like, "Oh shit, you're not lying."
It's like smog.
It's bad heat. But like, I think just 2 days ago in England, it's 25 degrees. Like, it does get hot out there. Okay. It does get hot. Because it's technically an island, right? But like, there's not many other cities in the world that are just as diverse as Toronto, and it's a really good thing. Like, yes, there are some problems that happen, but at the same time, it's like, you know, it's just one of those things where it's like, bro, like, I've been surrounded by so many people with different cultures that it's like, it's opened my mind up to be able to, like, look at different perspectives. Right. So even if I don't agree with some things or whatever it is, I, for some reason, feel a little bit more qualified to talk about, like, race relations and shit. Yeah. Because I live here, as opposed to talking to someone from, like, fucking, I don't know, someplace in the States. Maybe New York is the only other city.
New York's pretty diverse, but even them, like, it's a lot of Spanish and Black and white.
New York is diverse, but they're also very segregated in the sense that, like, you could go to Brooklyn and never leave Brooklyn your entire life, right? Yeah. So, but that's pretty much it.
That's about it for us on our end, guys. In terms of updates, like we said, podcast in June, end of June, party in July. Anything coming out for you? Anything fun, special, cool?
What is coming up? I can't remember. Oh, I'm gonna be doing, like, some of the social media shit at Convenience. You know that? Have you seen that bar downtown where all these girls are taking photos? It's like a pink bathroom, and it says party line, and they're all, like, holding phones and shit. But pretty much it's a bar in Queen West. I'm doing a lot of their social media shit. So I'm gonna be there, like, at their bars now.
Doing social media, like, doing what?
Social media, and then I'm also doing bartending sometimes too, which is dope. And then I got, like, a bunch of video gigs, the client stuff. I might be working on, like, a passion project. That's the one thing I sometimes forget to do now that we're freelance, is like that I don't really take the time to work on, like, actual projects.
Like that you enjoy to do.
That I enjoy doing. Like I still go out and like take pictures and stuff, but you know, like I write things down. Like I have a notebook that I write videos ideas down, and it's like I want to try at least try to do like 3 of them before summer's over. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm gonna start dedicating my time to when I have the free time, because you know we're always working.
Oh, that's good, man.
Yeah. What about you?
How do you enjoy it? Freelance life?
I enjoy it. Like sometimes it's tough, only because, okay, like we talked about, like freelance, nothing happens if you don't hustle for it, right? I think the thing that I don't enjoy the most is just the times between when you do the work and then when you get paid. Because I have like so much back pay.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Just
it's like
waiting for things.
Yeah, like I just have so much back pay. But I mean, it comes with the territory. I think that's about it.
Yeah. You
have to be like mentally tough to do it. Sometimes it's rough, but sometimes it's really good. So just like anything else.
Yeah, the way I look at it, I don't have my alternative is just very much less enjoyable.
Yeah, working at a desk. Yeah.
So I just don't.
Trust me.
I don't really. I try to complain as little as possible, because I'm like.
See, and that's why I had no issue. Like it was, my boy Eric asked me when I had no issue doing the bartending thing, right? Because it's not a desk job. I've done it before, and
like you have your spots already.
Yeah, I've done it before. And the actual cool thing is like
I meet people and clients and stuff. Easy.
Exactly. Like that's.
What do you do? Yeah.
That's the main reason I like it, because I'm just like, oh, okay, I get to meet all these people now and like see where it goes.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, and I'm a social person. Like I don't have issues talking to people, so we'll see how that goes. But it's cool.
You're gonna be working at that Queen place?
Sometimes, yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, this is still my main thing, though.
Wicked. Yeah. Yeah. For me, I might be in. Well, not might. Most likely going to be in England. In the next couple of weeks, touring my cousin Chris Styles, just capturing some stuff, enjoying the trip. Again, not paying for shit, which is probably the best thing I love since I've quit. I've traveled so many places without spending a dime, and
that's blessed.
It's just absolutely just amazing. I think the biggest thing for me has just been word of mouth. Like, I've been so busy just by people talking and other people talking, Like, I'm still working on my portfolio, which I want to hopefully finish before my birthday, which is end of July. Because I want to have all my portfolio sent out to different clients by like prior to September.
Yeah.
And just leave them. Like I think the best feeling is to like send out a bunch of I guess decks kind of thing. And
then someone just hit you up.
And someone hit me up, but it's not like once I send them, I'm sitting waiting for a response, because I'm gonna be so busy, so like I'll almost forget about them. Yeah. Like all I need to do is just get it done and send it, and then just let it be. You know, all I need is one to be like, yeah, cool, let's do it. You know, while I'm already doing what I'm doing. So, and I kind of want just them to be out there, so I'm not thinking that I have to do this anymore. It's just get my portfolio done, send it out, and just let it do its thing, and then keep being busy. And then when I get hit up by a client, I'll be like, oh shit, I sent that 2 months ago. Like, I want that, oh shit, like, it came back to me 2 months later. Like, I don't mind it just being floating, because once it's floating, it's out of your it's out of my hands now. Yeah. But it's been done.
It's been done.
I just don't like talking about get it out. Like, I need, it's just the frustrating part is you rarely have that time to block off the world to like, get what you want done. It's very difficult.
I think what you're gonna have to do is like
just block off the time not talk from clients. Like
just block off the time from now and just be like, you know,
I'm not that 1 week.
Because a week is really all you need. Yeah. Like I was looking at my YouTube, and it's like the video that kind of put me on to getting like clients and shit was that Toronto drone video I did last year. But I looked at the date that I posted that, and it was in August.
It's time.
Right? It's August. So I'm just like, all right, like I need to do like, it's almost like a version 2.
You're like, I haven't done anything since August.
You know what I mean? Like I've done some videos, but it's like, I need to do a version 2 of that video before August. So it's like people have like something to compare. Right. They're like, oh, this is what he did first, and wow, like this one's way better. Right. So it's like, in order for me to do that, I'm gonna have to block off time. Yeah. You know what I mean? We have to do that. That's the one thing that's like very difficult. It's like sometimes you have a lot of free time and sometimes you don't have time.
Most times.
Yeah.
But thank you guys. It's great. It's great to be back. I missed this. I don't know what's more, but I miss doing this.
Yeah, definitely.
We're not doing it because we don't enjoy it. We just literally, it's crazy, and it's a good thing. It's a good busy. It's a good crazy. It's nothing to complain about, but we didn't make this a priority. So I just feel like we can do a better job of once now we kind of understand our workflow and stuff. I think we just have to do a better job of organizing this so we make sure we take care of this as well as everything else. Because I do want it to keep going. I want us to keep growing, and I want you guys to keep riding with us. And after our live show and just the testimonials we had and what we heard from you guys and the feedback, like I just don't think it's fair for us to stop doing this altogether. Although it is something we're doing on the side, I feel like it does help people a lot. And I think it helps me, it helps him doing this every week. So I feel it's important that we make that time to keep this going, keep it consistent, and you guys continue to ride with us is amazing. So we'll do our due diligence. You guys do yours. You keep spreading the show. Come out to the live show. Tell a friend. We're getting a lot of people saying, "Oh, I heard about the show through a friend," which is amazing. That's so great. But yeah, other than that, thank you guys again for stopping by. Another episode. We're good, man. We're good. Actually, and last thing, for those of you people who are fans of Rhonda, my girlfriend, which is a lot of you, which is sick, she's actually moving here in July now, officially, to move to Toronto, pick up her life, and kind of start over, which is scary. It's a leap, it's a chance, but she's taking it, which is great, and it's her own idea. Because one thing, especially with relationships and long distance relationships, is you never want to pressure the person because all that leads to is resentment. It doesn't work out, or if it's not the way they envisioned it, like you are the person to blame when it's not their decision.
Definitely. Yeah.
So it's important that it was her decision. She wanted to come on her own, and I kind of just supported it. I made a post today for people to follow her pages, which you guys can if you want to. Which her business page is more important. Nails by Rhonda Lee, or Nails and Makeup by Rhonda Lee, or Nails and Makeup by Rhonda. Sorry. It's on my page. Just go check it out. It's so long. Your page is too long, babe. It's just Nails and Makeup by Rhonda. But yeah, so a lot of people follow her today, which is pretty sick. Support, which is something I've also noticed. People say Toronto has no support, but I'll combat that by saying Toronto has no support if they don't like you.
Yeah.
Like, serious.
Yeah.
Because if you can find a way for people to like you as a person, you'll get their support very easily. Yeah. But if people write you off, it's it. Yeah. And then you might take it personal, like, oh, Toronto has no support. No, it's the harsh fact is they don't really like you. Well, like, they already fuck with you. Like,
I said it from the jump. Like, people nowadays are so quick to cancel people. Yeah. They're so quick. So it's like, I know there's that phrase where it's like, you only get one chance at a first impression. Yeah. When it comes to like creative work, I feel like you can get like more than one.
Yeah, they'll wait it out. They'll
see where it goes. Yeah. But like, people will cancel you if you're putting out consistent crap. Yeah. You know what I mean? So 100. It can only last for so long.
Yeah. So that's it for those entrepreneurs or want to be entrepreneurs or about to quit or thinking of quitting. All you guys out here, listen, make a choice, make a timeline, and take a leap. That's my only advice. Yep. It will not just happen. I guarantee it. You have to do something about it. Other than that, thank you guys again for stopping by another episode of We Need to Talk. I'm Mr. MR.KOA alongside
Boy
as We Talk Podcast. Peace.
We need to talk.
We need to talk.
We need to talk.
We need to talk.
We need to talk.